Hey, welcome to 3 and 3 with Emory. I'm Emory Smith. Today's guest is Evan Smith. Evan, you there?
Hey,
All right. So,
that was lovely.
Evan, introduce yourself, where you are, what you do, what's going on in your neck of the woods.
I'm Evan Smith. I live in Maine, Portland, Maine. I am a musician and most recently a hot sauce producer.
So, during COVID, you were involved in a monumental album, still number one on the charts last time I checked. It was put together, it was released, and it's been listened to all during the pandemic. Can you share a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think you're talking about the Taylor Swift record, Folklore.
Right.
As a contributing musician on that record, that's one of the bigger major label releases that I've been on recently. That's the thing that I do a lot, actually, and COVID hasn't really changed the way that I work from my home studio that much. But that record was like a surprise. So I didn't hear any of her vocals throughout this when I was contributing my parts, and laying down like guitars and horns and vocals and stuff. And so it was nice. It was a very nice surprise to be associated with that.
You said home studio. Is that where you're
I'm
talking to us from now?
I'm talking to you from home studio, and also what you can't see is the hot sauce fulfillment zone that I have where I'm packaging up online orders and stuff and sending them out. So that's there.
But, I love it. So let's jump in. 3 and 3 is the promise. Number one, what is the biggest lesson you've learned so far in 2020?
I think if you let go, you can very often surprise yourself. What I mean is if you let go of an old way of trying to do so, like COVID has revealed a lot about unhealthy work habits, or, without going into too much detail, I just think the idea of letting go surprisingly gives you a lot to work with. You don't need to put in 8 hours every day right now. I think a lot of us are working harder than ever, but I think there's a point where we can reach really easily doing that every single day. That's got diminishing returns, so relaxing a little bit.
Question 2, sorry to cut you off. What are you focused on for the balance of the year? Maybe give us a little bit in the music space, and then hot sauce.
With hot sauce, it's wholesale. So right now I do like almost all my business directly through my e-commerce website, evansrockin.com. And then learning how to work with wholesalers. It's very different than what I was trying to do last year in terms of drumming up those accounts. For music, I've got a lot in the works, which is awesome. So just trying to keep sharp. I'm a dad too, so every day is like a nonstop creative act. You're playing and you're creating whole worlds for like a young person, and then at the end of the day, then you got to do it for money.
And I know that there's venues and artists and support folks who are probably struggling through this. What are you hearing about kind of the future of live music and the adaptations, and what you see as the road ahead?
It's dire right now because, performers, entertainers, and then the whole support mechanism behind something like a tour and a band. In an on year, I might do 200 shows in a year, and so we have crew, we have people who are helping booking shows behind the scenes, we have management team, we have, everything. And it's all come to a screeching halt. And I think, I'm confident. I mean, there's no question that entertainment and music in general is going to be there when this is all over, but we will probably be the last industry to come back. Because think about it, even if a venue's open and it's selling, half the amount of tickets it can, are you going to want to go see a show, with 2,000 other people in a room?
And that's part of the appeal, is being shoulder to shoulder with strangers and getting behind the artists who you all know and love.
Performers like myself can spend an entire lifetime working on the skill of like building that moment with strangers, in a big room. And that's one of the hardest things about this time. Although, I love recording too, right? So I have this whole other arm that's like as a recording like artist, as like somebody who can contribute to music in the works. Like, it's been nice, but
Well, and as
Yeah.
you said, stay sharp. I know I can speak for my family and friends that we're excited when you can get back out on the road and see you on stage with your other project, Bleachers, hopefully here before too long. Third question, in one word, describe your feelings about the balance of 2020.
Optimistic. I'm optimistic because I'm pretty tired of being afraid. I'm pretty tired of feeling like alone, you know, and sort of and you know, when you look ahead, it's like things can get worse. People can get sick. Things can happen. And inside of this moment in the last 6 months, you know, we've all learned a lot. We're living different lives than we used to. So we've got that going for us.
It's no wonder that you and I share a similar sentiment towards the end of the year. We share a lot of things, parents and genes and everything else. So, Evan, thank you for carving out some time in your day. I know you're super busy. In fact, you were just delivering a big order of hot sauce right before we started recording. So thank you for joining and sharing some of your thoughts. And we look forward to seeing you on stage or hearing you on an album again here soon.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Emory. I love you.
Love you too.